Welcome back to Overcome Words for You. Today we're going to continue our conversation about a great woman, Myrtle Louise Flakes Captain. She was an accomplished author and a writer of 3 powerful books: The Warden and His Brother, From a Mother's Point of View, Twisted Faith, and finally, Traveling is Yeast to the Soul, because she was a traveler. And she allowed others to travel with her through the physical, emotional, and rewarding experiences in her life. God bless her. One of her quotes was, "My traveling is proof that I'm on a mission because I wanted my children, grandchildren, and me to be smart. Smart like the soldiers' children." When her youngest son graduated from college and began life as a husband and a father, she was prepared to be alone, but not lonely. So she continued her travels. The beauty of her life is total irony. The personal scars from her embattled life never diminished her desire to help others. She never became bitter at society, despite it shortchanged her at every juncture of life. She kept a sense of balance and mental stamina, causing her to not hold one person, institution, nor situation responsible for the wrongdoings of others. A friend once asked her how she maintained such a delightful approach to life. She said, "Gold is refined by heat, and diamonds are found under much and mire. Therefore, my obstacles make me stronger and more vibrant like a diamond, and as refined as gold." Her wit seems to never cease. Myrtle Louise Flakes Captain, the 7th generation birth to Ruby Jordan and Mac Flakes. The family has a rich history of traveling and a great desire for education. The ancestry listed, we arrived as slaves with an investment in North America, from North and South Carolina to Ohio to Canada to Michigan, Georgia, Illinois, and California, and then Texas. Mrs. Captain and many of her friends prided themselves in eloquence and strong vocabulary, good grammar, and articulation. In 1958, in the laundry at Fort Hood, Texas, she learned to speak up for her own defense, to avoid people literally steamrolling over her, leaving her desperately embarrassed and defeated. It was her debating and public speaking skills that she had learned from Dunbar High School that helped her to gain professional and community respect. She also stated that one of the most important things she learned was that all things don't need responding to. And that concept I've learned many times: silence reaps the best benefits. Silence often annoyed my oppressors and caused them self-embarrassment. Smart people with the intentions of harming another person cannot cope with silence for a response, and that still proves to be true. "I love being able to stand my ground," she said. "I had plenty of practice of standing my ground at Fort Hood and throughout my volunteer work." Myrtle Captain's daughter once told her that, "Our friends say we talk proper like white folks." Her mother went on to tell her to say, "Thank you," noting that proper simply means correct. I wanted my children to be recognized for speaking correctly. It has paid them well as adults because each of them are articulate and neither are afraid of public speaking, neither are they afraid to speak up in their own behalf. That is a treasured trait. Welcome back to Overcome Words for You by Bruce Etheridge. The final chapter of the story and the plight of Myrtle Louise Flakes Captain. You see, she was born on November the 26th, 1939, to Mac and Ruby Jordan Flakes in Temple, Texas. She graduated from Dunbar High School in 1957 and attended Prairie View A&M University, a graduate of Temple College, and received other training through the Fort Hood military installation. She served leadership roles in several professional and service organizations in Temple and Fort Hood. She was a lifelong member of Mount Zion Baptist Church. She often told colleagues, "Service is the rent I pay for the space I occupy." Her political activism began when she was a child, when she tried to check out a book at the Temple Public Library. The librarian refused to give her the book. The young Myrtle rounded up a group of her friends and marched back to town to check out the book. After Myrtle talked to the librarian with her friends in tow, she checked out her book. She also served on the single-member district committees to help carve out district boundaries to prevent gerrymandering of minority neighborhoods. In 1974, she ran unsuccessful for city commissioner. However, she tirelessly reminded voters and elected officials of the inequities. Mrs. Captain was passionate and tenacious in all that she undertook. Her tireless quest for justice and equal rights sometimes rankled those in power. She served 13 years as president of the Temple NAACP, 10 years as the state secretary for the state NAACP. Among the measures she helped promote with lawmakers were bills outlawing racial profiling and the top 10% rule, helping high school seniors gain admission to Texas A&M and the University of Texas. She worked as an equal employment opportunity officer for Fort Hood Military Installation and retired in 1995. In 2004, she was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the mayor of Temple, Texas, and the Temple chapter of the Al Edwards National Juneteenth Association, and receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from ABLE, the Alliance of Black Leaders and Educators. Ladies and gentlemen, Myrtle Louise Flakes Captain, an American hero. Overcome. Words for You by Bruce Etheridge. God bless you today, and I'll talk to you later.